give a chance. I'm gonna give a chance here for Mr. B to pick who will be the one that's gonna lead us to do the praying, and then who will be the one that's gonna lead us to do PPG Daljab greeting, and then who will be the one that's gonna lead us to do the ice breaking. Okay, come on, time is yours, please, Mr. B.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Sofian Hadi. And then, good morning, everybody. Before we are going to start our
Morning, sir.
session today, let's pray. Pray begin. Pray finish. Thank you for the pray. And then for the PPG Daljab greeting, I choose to lead MB Arini. Time is yours.
Thank you, Mr. B. Okay, let's PPG Daljab greeting friends. Senyum.
Okay, wait a second.
Salam.
Cut it out. Hello, cut it out. Okay. It is not okay. Let's do PPG Daljab greeting senyum. No. That was an example that I gave to you all. Yeah. So you gotta mention it. Salam PPG Indonesia. That way.
Okay, salam PPG.
Salam PPG Daljab Indonesia. Senyum.
Salam. Salam. Semangat. Surga.
Thank you for Miss Bimbi Arini, and then for Mr. Muhammad Sofian Hadi, the time is yours to start our lesson today.
Okay, one more time. We need an ice breaking first, please.
Okay.
Yes, speaking.
Have to ask to lead ice breaking, Mister.
Yeah, who will be the one that's gonna lead us to do
Okay. The lunch breaking, I choose to Miss Vini Andriana from SMPN 161 Jakarta. Time is yours.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
I hope this ice breaking didn't okay.
Today.
First of all, I want you to all of you focus. If I say clap one, you clap one. Clap two, you clap two. And if I say clap three, you have no clap like this, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Clap one. Clap two. Clap three. Okay, thank you so much. So you
thanks, Miss Penny Andriana, for your ice breaking. And then let's start our lesson from Mr. Muhammad Sofian Hadi. The time is yours.
Okay, thank you very much. So that's a 10-second ice breaking, yeah, and then that's gonna break the ice, yeah. Only 10 seconds of ice breaking, yeah. I hope for next meeting we are going to have a better one, yeah. That's why Mr. B and then Miss B, I want you to please choose your friend, 3 participants that's gonna lead us to do the praying. And then after that one, the PPG Daljab greeting, and then last one, ice breaking. 3 participants, every single meeting that we are going to have. Yeah, I guess I already told you guys yesterday when we had our first meeting. Yeah. Okay, we are going to start the meeting of the day, everyone. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin wassalatu wassalamu ala asrofil anbiya'i wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajmain. Amma ba'd. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, sir.
Okay, alhamdulillah. Today here it will be the second, yeah, it will be the second meeting that we gonna have for the PPG Daljab 2022. And then for the second meeting here, we are still discussing about problem identifications. Yeah, and then talking about problem identifications, you guys can find many kind of problem. And then the problem that you have to find here, it should be about the learning problems. Okay? Can you mention what will be the source of the problem that you can identify the problem, everyone? Number one, what is it? Hello? Number one, what will be the problems? Okay.
Pedagogik, numerisasi.
Pedagogy,
Literasi, numerasi.
literacy, and numeracy.
Okay, second one.
Literasi. Literasi.
Okay, the third one.
Numerus.
Okay, the fourth one.
The understanding, the understanding of, and about the innovative learning based on the characteristic material and student.
I think number one is pedagogic, literation, and numeration. And then number two is the difficult learning from students, including the special needs and the differential. And number three, to
Relationship
Building
between the
the
parents.
relationship between parents and students, support to understand the new models on the innovative one for understanding their characteristic. And number five, what is it? The materials, yeah, include literation, numeration, and advanced materials with HOTS. And number six, the use of technology, innovation, and learning.
Yeah, so that was the list. You guys only repeating what you guys read on your guys learning module. Yeah, but when we try to make a problem identifications, there will be three common kind of problem, common kind of source of the problem that we can find. So what will be the first? Yeah, the first one, it will be the problem that came from the teachers. That's what it means. The problem that came from the teachers. Second one, it will be the problem that came from the students. Okay, and then the third one, the problem that came from the content. Yeah, and then you may also mention, the fourth one here, it will be from the neighborhood, from the environment. Okay, so there are four sources of the problems that you can use to find any kind of the problem to make sure here this problem, it will be relevant with the learning problems. Okay, now let's start with number one. What will be the problem when we are mentioning about teachers? What will be the problems?
Unsuitable method.
Yeah, the teacher
maybe the lack of technology.
Okay, lack of technology.
How
What else?
to master the
As communicative, sir.
Okay, what else?
Unsuitable method, maybe, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. So the problem that came from the teachers here, we can divide it into several things. First of all, here it is about the teacher mastery of a learning model. Yeah, why we call this one teacher mastery of a learning model here? Because when you guys have to teach your students, you need to master a various kind of learning model. So you can give a meaningful kind of teaching and learning for these students. Yeah, that will be for the teacher. And then second one, what we call by misconceptions. What is it, a misconception? Something that you think this is the truth, but that's not the truth. Do you understand? Do you guys understand what we call by misconceptions? Yeah.
Can you give me the example, sir?
Okay, the example of misconception here, when you guys gonna use problem-based learning or project-based learning, but you are not using the syntax of each learning model, yeah. So you are not using the step, yeah, the characteristic that mirror the problem-based and then project-based. So that will be the misconception. You only know, okay, this is problem-based learning. We start with problem, and then you only know, okay, this is project-based learning. Could you please mute it first so I can talk clearly? Hello.
Miss Mas Riyadi.
Mas Riyadi.
Mr. Masriadi.
Yeah, yes, sir. I can
Okay.
hear the
Would like to
Okay, every
switch on
single
your
time. Okay, wait a second. Every single time that you guys have a question, you may raise the hand. Yeah, and then I'm gonna give you a chance to talk. Okay, so we can have a better
sir.
kind of interactions. Yeah. Okay. The example of misconception here, you are not completely understand about the term that you use. Yeah, a misunderstanding about the term that you used to teach. That's an example of misconceptions. Okay, and then I gave you the example also when you try to use a problem-based or project-based, but you have no idea what is the syntax of problem-based or a project-based kind of learning model. And then we have also many kind of misconceptions. Yeah, for example, here the stereotype of an English teacher that we have in Indonesia. Majority of English teacher in Indonesia, they're using American accents. Yeah. So when you try to deliver an English kind of learning material for these students, you have to make it in a various kind of accents. So you're going to tell them, okay, this is a British accent. This will be Australian accents. This will be American accents. So not a single accents that the student can learn. Okay, that will be the misconception also. And then there are many other examples. I guess that's enough for the example that I can give it to you for the misconceptions. And then what will be the problems that come from the teacher also? Yeah, the teachers here, they feel comfort in using what we call by, what we call by a speech kind, delivering all the learning material to the students, yeah, in a form of speech only. No such kind of fun activities, no joyful kind of learning for the students. It is only a monotonous kind of teaching and learning. Okay, that will be the problem that come from the teacher. And then the fourth one, the problem that come also from the teacher here, their ability to integrate, yeah, their ability to integrate a contextual kind of teaching and learning for the students. Yeah. Based on my experience while giving a training for a majority of teachers, not only English teacher in Jakarta, so Jakarta, East Jakarta, Central Jakarta, North Jakarta, majority of the teachers, they can mention it. They can explain, okay, this will be the example of, this will be the example of integrating, integrating technology, integrating TPAC in 21st century of teaching and learning. They can only explain it. Yeah? While giving the example, it will be really difficult for them to make a content that based on 21st century of teaching and learning. Is that clear enough? For the first source of the problem from the teacher, all clear? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, very clear.
Maybe, sir. Now let's go with the second one. The source of the problem here, it will be from the students. What kind of the problems that appear from the students? First of all, we have the student lack of their, lack of their motivations. That's a classic kind of problems. yeah, that happen for the students. Lack of motivation here because they think the way that the teacher teach here is too monotone, and then it is not an interesting kind of teaching and learning. Too many homework to do, too many assignment, too many student worksheets that make them, yeah, that make them to come with the conclusion, I don't have to learn English. I don't have to join this meeting. I have to join this lesson. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, that will be the first. Yeah, their lack of motivation. Second one, yeah, one of the goals for the freedom to learn curriculum or KUMER, curriculum merdeka, freedom to learn curriculum here, we have what we call by differentiated learning. And then majority of the students need to be handled in a different way. Yeah, that will be your guys' job. That will be your guys' responsibility. Yeah, to provide a differentiated kind of interactions for the students. Not only focusing on those that can get the meaning of your lesson in a quick way, but you have to also manage how that you are going to teach the student that can get your point here in average way or in a lower way. Yeah, that will be for the students. And then the third one here, the problem that appear based on the student because of their educational background that they got. You guys here, majority, I guess it is from junior, or some of you from elementary school or primary school. You have to know well what will be the prior knowledge, the prior educations of your students. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna give only 3 examples from the student, and then what will be the third one? What will be the third one? The source of the problems?
The content of the material.
Okay, the content or the learning material. Why content or learning material here become the source of the problem? Because many or majority of teachers, not only English teachers in Indonesia, they are comfort with the same kind of topic, same kind of approach, same kind of strategy, same kind of technique in delivering their learning material. Yeah? For example, only using PowerPoint presentations, yeah, with no interesting activities with it, and that will lead the student to a confusion, yeah, and then no motivation for them to learn, no interesting kind of things that they're gonna learn from the PowerPoint presentations. Okay, and then what else? Yeah, from the content here, you guys only use, what is it? You guys only use an old kind of reference. No such thing, what we call by something that happening, something that really viral that we can use for these students. Okay. Hello, everyone. Can you get the point for the second of the content here?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, and then next one, the third one, talking about the content here, you guys really need to combine various kind of activities, yeah, while delivering the content for the students. Not only focusing on their comprehensions about the learning material, but you guys have to focus also what kind of the experience that they're going to deal with, yeah, while learning the materials. Yeah, the comprehensions and then also the experience. That will be the source that we got from the third type here. It is the content. And then last one, the neighborhood and then also the environment. This will be also the things that you guys have to consider while finding the problem. Yeah, the problem that happened because of the environment here, for example, when the student really need to know about the certain things, and then you guys not providing them with the same kind of things that they really need for it. Yeah, that will be the environment. And the next one, talking about the environment as the source of the problems, majority of us, as the English teacher, as the English lecturer, when we try to make the student learn about something, we try to make it only in a specific kind of conditions. Yeah, we never try to make, for example, here an outing kind of class. Yeah, or we never try to make a games, yeah, in our teaching and learning. Yeah, try to give them a chance to explore any kind of language skill that they want to learn. Okay, so that will be the example of 4 problem resources that you guys can use to, to identify the problems that happen when you guys deliver the English lesson for your guys students. All good? All clear? Hello?
Right.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and then now I'm gonna give you guys a chance here to give the question, please. Before you are going to give your problem identifications, I'm gonna pick hopefully 5 or 6 of the students here to mention their problem identifications based on the list. The first we have Miss Ayu Unita. Come on, Miss Ayu Unita. What is it, the question, Miss?
Sir, I would like to answer related to your explanation about the problems comes from the the content of the lesson. You explained that related to this third problem is the PowerPoint, which is the learning material that the teacher showed to the students, which is quite monotone, right?
Yep.
So actually, it is actually the problem from the content of the material or the teacher itself, actually, sir. Because
Okay.
I'm a little bit confused, actually. Yeah, because if in my in my perspective point of view, related to the the PowerPoint and everything like that is actually the issue from the teacher, like me, for example, because I'm not really good in technology. Okay, sir. So the only teaching material that I can provide for my students is like what you say. It's quite monotone for the PowerPoint because, yeah, honestly, I'm still teaching about how to make a quite interesting PowerPoint using Canva or something like that. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you very much for the question, Miss Ayu Unitasari. When you were asking me if it is the content or it is about the teacher, why I'm mentioning the content here, because the way that you guys deliver the content here using PowerPoint, right? Or you're going to use Canva, or you're going to use Prezi, and then many kind of apps that you can use. I'm mentioning the problem based on the contents here. How did you are going to manage in one PowerPoint, for example? Yeah, there will be many kind of many kind of activities for the content, various kind of interactions that you can build for the students. So it is not merely only the only the ability or the mastery of PowerPoint presentations, but how that you are going to manage your content, your lesson, your topic that you are going to deliver for your students. Yeah, and then there are some kind of stressful thing when every single time that I ask, for example, here my college students, yeah. Okay, guys, next week you're going to do presentations. You're going to explain your topic, and then they are not writing a point on every single slide that they got, Miss Unita. They're putting a longer kind of sentences. They're putting the explanation. They're putting the expert opinion of it. That's not the point. Okay, when we talk about a PowerPoint, so we put only several kind of words that we claim. That's the point of our explanation. And then we are going to talk more about the point that we share to the PowerPoint. That's why that I'm claim, or I mentioned that one based on the how did you guys deliver a various kind of type for the content that you're going to deliver for the students. That's the problem. Okay, Ms. Unita, I hope that's gonna
Okay, sir. So it means that related to the content of the PowerPoint itself, right? So it's not about the ability of the teacher about the technology things, because okay then.
Because if we
Thank you,
talk
sir.
about the ability of teachers, yes, so the problem goes with the first source of the problem, the teacher itself, right? The ability, the mastery of the learning model, strategy, approach, and then blah, blah, blah. We are talking about the content. How did you make this food? If we try to make an illustrations, we have here a potato. How did we are going to serve this potato here that's gonna attract the taste for the student that they're gonna love to eat it? Okay, because how many kind of learning models or strategy or technique that you mastery, if you cannot make this potato into a delicious one, into something that tasty, so that will be useless. That's why I'm mentioning the content, the learning material that you guys deliver for your students. Okay, Miss Unita, is that clear? Okay, next, come on, Ahmad Sani. Come on, Mr. Sani, what is it?
Thank you, Mr. Sofian. You said from your presentation for us that there are four biggest problems about identification problems.
Mr. Sani, wait a second. Do you mind please try to use maybe only one device, because we have echoing
Udah kesini gimana caranya? Kan udah on nih. Yang ini gimana?
Halo.
Echoing, Pak,
Mr.
echoing.
Ahmad Fadi, would you please turn off your mic?
Hello, can I repeat it, Mr. Sofian?
Okay, come on, proceed.
And friends, I can resume. We have the problem from the fourth problem from the teachers, students, and content and the environment itself. Mr. Sofian, may I ask you, based on your opinion or based on your point of view, what is the major problem from the fourth problem? It is from the teacher, the student, or the content, or the environments. Based on your opinions, I think if the teachers has engaged to improve their ability or the content and the environment, but the students do not support it, how to solve it and how to make it the learning process is better or easier. Thank you.
Okay, that's a great question. Thank you very much, Mr. Sani. And then this question, to be honest, it will be best to answer by all of you guys, because you are the one that's gonna identify the problem. But let me try to answer it. Okay, answering your question, Mr. Sani, it will be depend on what is it? Depend on the school that you teach for. Depend on the quality of the teachers that you have there. Depend on what type of the students that you have there in your school. And then also last one here, depend on what kind of the environment that your school have to support the teaching and learning process. Okay, I can mention in my perspective here, when we try to talk about the most difficult problem here in a certain school, it will be based on the quality of the teachers. Why I'm mentioning the quality of the teachers? Because quality of the teachers are gonna give impact to every single aspect. Gonna give impact to the students. Gonna give impact also to the content of the learning materials, and then gonna give impact also to the learning environments that you guys have in your guys' school. But one more thing that you have to consider, it will be depend on your guys' school. How is the environment? What kind of the students that you deal with? Okay, and then what kind of the content that you try to manage, that you try to deliver for your students, and then how many training, yeah, that the teacher got, yeah, in your school. Okay, how many kind of supervisions that the principal and that the supervisor conducted in your school. Okay, that will be the answer. Okay, Mr. Sani, one more thing. This question here, it will be best answered by you guys, because you're the one that gonna identify the problem, and then after that one, based on the observations, based on the result of your guys' interview, based on how did you try to interact with the students, how did you try to observe the environment, the learning environment that you guys have in your guys' school. Okay, Mr. Hadi, that will be the answer, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Sofian.
Okay, next we're going to have Mr. Rido Albar. And then this will be the last questions, because after this one, I'm gonna ask 5 or 6 of the students here to mention or to share the screen to tell us here their problem identifications. Okay? Is it okay, Mr. B?
Assalamualaikum, Mr. Sofian. Assalamualaikum,
Okay,
Mr.
come
Sofian.
on. Okay, come on, Mr. Rido Albar.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Sofian, for letting me to ask the question. I'm going to ask a question about learning problems that you've mentioned before, and it is number 3, about content and material of learning. What I got from what you've explained to us, that it is because the material and content doesn't meet the students' need, right? And from my opinion, it is related to their readiness to learn and their willingness to learn, and also about something important and something that is necessary. So how do we combine those things that are necessary and important for our students related to the students' need? Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Rido Albar. You will be the last one that's gonna give the questions, yeah, because after this one, we are going to check your guys' problem identifications. Okay, how that we are going to combine the student needs, yeah, something that really important for the student, something that really necessary for the student, that they can have a meaningful, a joyful kind of teaching and learning, yeah, while joining your guys' English teaching. Answering that one, we have to do the first, what we call by an assessment first. Yeah, in Freedom to Learn curriculum, you guys must be familiar, right, with what we call by diagnostic assessments. Yeah, you have to know well enough, yeah, what kind of the characteristic of your students. Yeah, you can try to describe. Okay, in my class here consists of 30 students, for example. Yeah, 15 students, they have their attention, they have their full attention when I use a visual in my teaching and learning. Yeah, and then the rest, 15 students in my class here, they tend to love joining teaching and learning, yeah, when we have the games of it. Yeah, so every single time that you're going to teach your student here, delivering your learning material, your English lesson for the students, so you have to combine 2 kind of things. Yeah, first, you're going to use more visual with you, and then second one, you're going to use many kind of games, educational games for that. Okay, Mr. Rido. And then talking about something that important, something that necessary, starting with the first assessment, I told you. And then the second one, how that we are going to combine it. Second one, you have to try to make, what is it? An observation also. Not only giving them the diagnostic assessment, but you're going to do an observations. You have to observe here. What is it, the needs of your students? Yeah. And then what is it, the expectations when they learn about English in your class? Okay, that will be the second. And then the third one, how to combine. What is it that they need? What is it the important one for them? Here, it will be about how that you are going to make, yeah, how that you are going to make the student raise their curiosity, raising their curiosity about learning English. Yeah, the three key point here, I guess you can make it. Yeah, so you can combine between what something that the student really needs, what something that the student really important for them to learn. Okay, Mr. Rido Albert, I guess that's enough for a 3 point, I guess. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, and now it will be a time for Mr. B and Miss B to choose 2 participants, please. Mr. B, you're going to choose 2 participants. Miss B, you're going to choose 2 participants, please.
2 participants.
Yeah.
My lovely one.
Come on.
Miss PP, yeah. Okay. I choose for the first Miss PP and then Mr. Eka Maru Arma.
Miss Pini?
Yeah, Pini, sorry. Miss Pini and then Mr. Eka Maru Arma.
Okay, I guess you already asked Miss Pini to lead us to do a 5-second ice breaking. Yeah. So you already got the part for the day.
We need to ask Mr. Ahmad Sani.
Come on, try to pick the other one, please.
Oh, the other one. Okay.
Yeah.
And then so I choose Miss Istiana Puri.
Miss Fury. Okay, Miss Fury, that will be the first. Second one will be the second.
The second one, Mr. Eka Maru Arma.
Okay, Mr. Arma and then Miss Fury. Okay, Miss P, who will be the 2 participants that you're going to choose, please?
I choose Miss Erni Handayani.
Miss Erni. Okay,
and then the second one is Mr. Muharizal.
Okay, Mr. Muharizal. Okay, there we go. And then I told you guys we are going to have 6, and then I'm gonna choose 2 participants. And then in total here we are going to have 6 students that they're going to explain their problem identification, the result of the problem identifications. I'm gonna choose here Mr. Purnomo Fadli. Okay, and then second one I'm gonna
Miss Ernie.
Miss Ernie already chosen, I guess. Yeah. Miss B, you already chose Miss Ernie, right?
Right. Yes, I choose
okay.
her.
So the female one, it will be Miss Okay, let's go with Miss Unita. Okay, come on. Who will be the first, please? Who will be the first? It will be
I am sir, Miss Puri.
Okay, come on, Miss Fury.
Okay. In my opinion, according to our assignment about the identification of problem that I found in my school, is some teachers still use the monotonous way in teaching. For your information, some of teachers in my school are retired teachers. They have just finished teaching from government school, and then they keep doing their activities in the whenever they are already old. Yeah, they try to join the private school like me, like my school, and then they teach in my school. So it's different era, it's different time with their teaching in the previous time and nowadays. They keep teaching using long speech in the class. They don't use ICT ICT technology in the class. They just talk and make the students bored. That's the problem that I find in my school. The second one, some teachers in my school don't want to join the training, like to improve their ability in applying the technology because of their age. And also the school foundation just say, oh, later we will hold the training for the teacher to improve their skill in applying the ICT, but after that, no. So this gonna be the problem for the students to understand the material well. Only the young teachers can teach by using ICT, sir. I think that's all my opinion about the first problem, which is related to the teacher, sir. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, Miss Fury. And let's give a round of applause, everyone, for Miss Fury for identification of the problem identifications. And now I'd like to ask Mr. Ahmad Fadli, try to give a response for the problem that faced by Miss Fury, please.
All right, thank you very much for the chance. Well, I have never expected to reply this, but okay. I heard that one of the problem from Miss Istiana's class is about the teachers that cannot use ICT because of their age, if I'm not mistaken. So
yes, that's right.
Yeah, so I guess that happens to all schools. Yeah, I guess that's happened to all schools. And sometimes we I don't know how to avoid that when some teachers telling about their age. In fact, that the retirement years still about 5 years to go, even more than 5 years. It is about how the teachers want to learn or lazy to learn, or depends to us. I mean, depend to teacher who understand about the use of ICT, and it is very difficult. But according to my opinion, if I am the leader of the school, if I am the pengawas or kasudin, then I'm going to give some ideas. You know, when you practice the yeah, in fact, I also a part of coach. Then when you practice students with different age, then you must to create materials that concept with their age. So you cannot train them together with youngsters. You cannot train them like that because it is very difficult. So when it is same like timnas U20, U19, that should be different how you train them. So if one day your school want to train the teachers with ages, then I guess you can create a situation or the participant that more than 45, I guess, then the situation will be different. I guess that's all from my opinion, sir.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Ahmad Fadli. First, let's give him applause, everyone, for the opinion. Now let's go with the senior teacher, Mr. Iksan. There we go. Come on, Mr. Iksan. Since you are representing here a senior teacher, yeah, Mr. Iksan, I hope your perspective, you're gonna give us a description. So, okay, this will be the perspective of the senior teacher, because Miss Fury mentioning, okay, the senior teacher, it will be really difficult for them to join some kind of training to upgrade their skill, to update their ability in teaching. Come on, Mr. Iksan. You're still mute, sir. We can barely hear your voice. Okay.
I'm here to study from all of you, especially from you, Mr. Hadi. I don't want to make a summary. I'm learning here together to get knowledge about how to be a good teacher. In my mind, what my friend said is the same happened in many schools, including my school. But the main problems is in the teacher itself, I think. We have to improve the teacher ability to adjust the situation and the condition now. So if you say there are so many teachers use old fashioned in teaching, I think we have to upgrade. Number one. Number two, I think we have to select all the teachers that come to our school. We have to give a teaching test or micro teaching test, including how good is their IT knowledge. I think it is better before we disappointed when we look at in the class that our teacher is maybe far from our expectation. And then another thing that I have to say is our school have to fulfill the need of teaching material or equipment, because if you follow the government today, especially in the curriculum, I think the school have to prefer everything. So the teaching and learning process in the class really good. So what we have to do must be correct in according with the rules or guidance from the government. And it is not easy, I think, because for the teacher, it's not easy. So sometimes we ask our friend to teach a different subject. It is different with their basic background education. Why? Because it's very, very difficult to look for the teacher, because I think many of students from educational background, they don't want to be a teacher. I don't know why. Maybe they want to work not as a teacher, but as another career. I think that's my opinion, Mr. Hadi. Please forgive me. My opinion is not correct. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's give a round of applause, everyone, for Mr. Iksan, and that will be the senior teachers, yeah, perspective when Miss Puri mentioning. Okay, it is really difficult to build and then to develop a senior teacher, especially when they're going to learn about the digital thing, the use of technology on it, yeah. Okay, and then now I'd like to give one last chance here for Miss Yulianti. Come on, Miss Yulianti, try to give us a different perspective, please. Hello, Miss Yulianti.
Okay, thank you. Yes, sir. Thank you. In my school, about the